Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off the cuff video, guys. What that means is I record, upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You won't see my intro at the beginning. I do a transition button, so if there's noise outside I can control, I can just stop filming, wait for it to pass and carry on. These weekly Wednesdays primarily are Q&A. They are primarily model focused, of which they are primarily GW stuff, and of which they are mostly 40k stuff. From time to time there is terrain questions, and from time to time there's information myself and what's going on around the workshop. Now, it's going to be a quick one this week because I'm so late getting onto the weekly Wednesday, because we had such an amazing game today, me and Mark. And yes, it's been filmed for the channel. It'll be uploaded tomorrow. I used the Secret Army. Not the first time I've used them. We had 2 games, last couple of weeks with them, just so I can get my head around how they work and everything else. And Mark was coaching me with a few bits of how they work and stuff. And it's absolutely, there's a slobber knocker of a game today. It really was. Now Mark's already saying about the next game, him using tyrannies against them, just because he wants to try and have a go with them. But yeah, it was really good game. Say that battle report will be up tomorrow. So I've got a few questions and then we'll go on to the vote. So what does the term pile of shame mean? Well, usually it's where you buy models. I've sort of shimmied them over a bit now. You buy models. I'm going to get onto those. And then 2 weeks later, they're still sitting there. A month later, you'll buy more models, they're still sitting there. Now, it's a pile of shame because it's so much you have to get through, and it's shame that shameful that I've got all that stuff. I don't call it pile of shame, or I do call it pile of shame, but I always try and refer to it as a pile of goodness. It's because when I'm building through it, I feel good about what I'm doing. It gives me something to do. Now, the thing you got to remember as well with pile of shame, because some people say, I'm never going to have pile of shame, never going to have pile of shame. A box set can come out and you buy it. Let's say, for example, the Dark Angel one that's just come out. When I'm pre-ordering, even boy and everything else, you'll get a box. You'll build the Deathwing Knights, you'll build Belial, and then the Terminators, you still got 10th edition Terminators on the Leviathan box, so you go, okay, put one Siphon in it. All of a sudden, they start, 2 weeks later, they're still sitting there. A month later, they're still sitting there. Another box comes up pre-order, I'll have that. And next thing you know, you got so much sitting there. Like, for example, I keep going back to this, but I've got the Sanctorum Guard box not from Christmas just gone, but Christmas before, which is a sister's box. And I'm hopefully going to be getting onto that now that all my shifts are different and everything else. Hopefully, I'm going to be getting onto that soon. But yeah, that's what it means basically. When you start amassing a little backlog, and the backlog starts getting out of control. Not only because there's models that you want, and you let me get that now, I'll build that soon enough, but also because Games Workshop very cleverly offer boxes that are they're too good of a value to pass up, like the Sanctorum Guard box. I think it was came out as 150 euros. I think it was. I think I paid 130 for it, something like that, 135 or something like that. And there's 6 Paragon War suits where they're 55 euros, I think, for 3 of them. So there's 110 euros ish. The character Magus Val, I think her name is, in the Paragon War suit again, she's like 35 quid or so. And there's a few other bits and pieces in there that actually make it worthwhile buying it. I missed out that particular year. I missed out on the Chaos Knight one, or the Knights. Yeah, Chaos Knights one was Chaos Knights or Normal Knights. I can't remember what it was now, but missed out on that box. Missed out on the Thousand Suns. That was an amazing box. The Death Guard one was an amazing box with Mortarion. So that's how you amass a pile of shame. Or you buy a box like, say for example, the Kill Team Salvation box, which I built the scouts for recently. Let's say I was only after 1 set of models from that box, but buying the box gives me the models earlier before everyone else, and it's better value. But then all of a sudden, I've got those models sitting there. So you think of it like that, and you get to a point where you end up having so many models from an army that you don't play. I might as well build them. Same with like the 10th edition Leviathan box. If you don't play Tyranids and you bought the box because you want the Marines, you know, you end up with these piles of goodness to work through. But anyway, why are sometimes your Let's Build videos are a few weeks, a few days or so behind when they're released? There's a good reason for this. I'll pre-order it like everyone else, and it could come out, it could be released on a Saturday, but it may not arrive up to me, say, the Monday, or Monday's Monday painting video. And the way that my shifts were before, it was hard for me to get the time to, you know, squeeze it in. But now my shifts are all different, so it would be different. But the basic answer for that is sometimes I'll get it 2 or 3 days after it's been released. You know, like the Leviathan box, we'll go back to that for example. The GW messed up the shipping or not, all of that. So I ended up getting mine, I think it was like 3 or 4 days after it was released, which was a nightmare because I had, they was all away and I had a holiday planned for that week. So that the idea was when 26th, I think it was, or 23rd when it came out, I should have received it that day, and I could have then started building it over that weekend when they was all away. Instead, they came back and it actually arrived up on the Tuesday afterwards. So it's a bit of a pain backside for me to, but that's why sometimes I'm behind on things. Now, don't get me wrong, the Overlord with the Translocation Shroud, that went on pre-order. I pre-ordered it, it arrived when it should have arrived. I think with that though, it was a few days after because I had other things that was going on. But that's the general risk. Sometimes it doesn't arrive up until a few days after, which is a pain. But look, it arrives up and that's good enough. I've got a few more questions, but I'm just going to cut it there because I will bring it down for the vote because I'm so behind on time today. Just the game we had today, I'm not going to tell you what armies are or the result or anything like that. That's for you to see tomorrow. But it went to turn 4. Okay, it got to a point where the game was pretty much over, and one of us was letting the other person have their final turn to table, and the battery died on the camera. That is how, that was how intense, how long the game lasted and everything else. I literally said to Mark, I'm gonna have to go and get a little one. Just close the door up when you're finished packing up. I said 5 minutes or so, but he was like, oh, I'm going to finish now, and he finished, and but that is how long the game lasts. I think the footage is about an hour and a half long, maybe a little bit more. So it's, normally battle report is about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 maybe. So you can see already how much longer it is. Anyway, I'm really going to show you the vote. The way the vote works, I'll show you a host of models, and you guys vote on what you want me to do, what you want me to paint for next Monday's painting video. In the event of a tie, do a dice roll. Now, how you do the voting is you comment below on this video and say, I vote for X, Y, and Z. You don't have one vote, you can vote for as many as you like. Don't say I vote for everything, but you can say I vote for any of the Space Marines, or any of the Chaos Marines, or any of the Tyranids, or any of the, etc., etc. Now, last week it was the Wraith Lord that won, which is this fantastic dude. Now, I will have to do a bit more white on his helmet, but I'm thinking, as I showed to Mark earlier, and he said to me, use the contrast paint Apothecary white. That might bring up, and then once that's dry, give it a little bit of a white scars, just to top it up here and there, which white is always very difficult. So anyway, because he won the vote last week and was painting Monday, there's going to be no Eldari in the vote this week. So I'm going to bring down and show you the models, and come 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. No, I'm actually going to change it to 12 o'clock on Friday. It was 2 o'clock because I would finish work and be back at time, but now I'm working evening time. So 12 o'clock Friday midday is when I look at the votes and I start prepping that model for Monday's painting video, or at least have an idea what I'm doing and start getting that ready. So that's when the votes will be finished. I'm going to show them. Now, if you don't know how to spell what it is, because some of them have really stupid names and really crazy names, just give me a description. Okay, there is two other choices. One is the wild card, which you'll find out if it wins. and the other one is Creator's Choice, which never wins, which is I'm quite happy with, because Creator's Choice is I pick something up and paint it, and I wouldn't even know what to choose, because there's so much stuff there to paint, and I want to paint it all. I wouldn't know what to choose. So I'm really thankful and glad that you guys vote and, you know, tell me what you want to see me paint. But anyway, I'm bringing down show you the models now. So a little sneaky peeky of something that is being worked on this week. Right, so we have Cheers to the Cops Primus. We have Sabretooth from Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have Space Marine Eliminators. We have the Jackals from the World Eaters Army. We have Gen Stealers. We have the Apothecary Barrelogis. We have the Space Marine Librarian and Terminator Armour. We have Deathwing Knights, because they keep getting voted on, but these are the older guys now. Don't get excited. These are the older guys. We have Two Warriors. We have Lilith Hexprex. Mark corrected me on how to pronounce her name today. We have Space Marine Scouts. These are the new guys, and I'll be doing the old guys together if they win. We have 10 Chaos Legionaries. We have Shadowfax, Inquisitor Shadowfax. We have Gens of the Cults Neophyte Hybrids. We have the Custodian's Shield Captain, but he'll have these two dudes that go with him. We have Black Widow from Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have Tyranid Biovore. Von Ryan's Leapers from Tyranid Army. We have Nero Tyrant. We have 8-Bound from World Eaters. We have the Orc Storm Boys. And we have the Kinetic Doomstalker for the Necron Army. Right, so there's a good choice there to choose from. There's a lot going on here at the moment in terms of models being magnetised, models being gravelled, models being undercoated. And just give you a quick look at what there's models that have been undercoated. That was this morning, in fact. I undercoated them, then moved them off the table before the game. So last week there wasn't much content. I think there was like 3 or 4 videos last week, only because, I think there was actually 3 videos last week, only because I was trying to focus on getting as much of this Fridley stuff and off-camera stuff done as possible. Terrain builds are coming along very nicely. I actually need to put some hot glue and edit soft filler in that, so that's coming along very nice. So just sneaky peeky of this big bad boy that I wanted to get painted this week, and we'll probably do as much as I can this week, and probably hope to finish him off next week if I don't get done this week. But I don't want to rush him. I want to take my time on him, because he's a very nice model. A very, very nice model. And he's also, because I realised I have the app, and I was going through and just making army lists here and there, you know, just to see what I would want to get to the army for different armies, and, you know, see what way things are working. And I realised the army that he's part of is not a secret army, you know, because the army he's part of has been on the channel before in 9th edition, but I actually have over 2,000 points for his army. So his army will be on the table soon enough. But the secret army is going up tomorrow. So if you have any comments or, you know, questions for me, chuck them below as always, guys. If you don't chuck them below because you think people are going to take piss out of that, no one's going to do that. But if you think that's going to happen, you can message me via Messenger. Go to Unique Wargaming Training Facebook page. There is a messenger button. You can click on that and message me directly. Yeah, everyone, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button, so that triggers YouTube says this video to more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. And, you know, thank you to everyone. Thank you to all of you guys that watch the videos, comment on the videos, like the videos, you know, vote every week. You know, it does mean so much to me. Until next time, thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys.